Okay, thank you for joining us for Pilates this morning. It's great to have you all here today. Let's start the class out with a deep breath in and a big sigh. So take an inhale and open your mouth and just go, ah. All right, nice. Okay, thank you so much for being here today. Take a moment to check in with how the body feels and make the commitment to listen to your body today. As you go through the class, do what's best for you. No sharp pain, tingling, numbness, or falling asleep should occur. It could be challenging, but always modify as you need. And just thank you for joining me. My name is Davida, and we thank you that you're joining us here at our Henschel's chiropractic Zoom classes that we have a few times a week. We have our Friday morning class, Tuesday, Thursday afternoon. Aldrin has his classes going on, and then we have a yoga class on Wednesday at 2. So check in with us and please join us anytime. All right, let's get started then with our class today. And we'll go ahead and start in cat-cow. So taking yourself to a tabletop position. Hands are underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Take a connection with the belly, see how it feels. And create that cat-cow movement. Just back and forth. Maybe a little wiggle side to side. Just continuing on as we warm up our body a little bit in these cat-cow motions. And after the cat-cow stretches, child's pose, kind of move back and forth in child's pose. And then come back and take down dog. Get some wiggle movements in your down dog stretching. And then shift forward either to a high plank or the modified and just kind of move in that. And go ahead and lay all the way down onto the mat, on your belly. And then put a bend in the knees, the legs, and let the legs windshield wiper left and right. And then put those back down. And just a little gentle sphinx as we just kind of lift up and just sort of check in with how the spine is. Even turn the head, gazing to the left and to the right. And then gently back down. Extend the arms out like Superman in front of you. And then lift up and lower down. Lift up to your modified plank. Stretch back to your child's pose. And then all the way up to down dog again. And then walk yourself forward to seated. Go ahead and bring yourself into a seated position. Little squat before is fine if you'd like to do that. And then come into seated. Let's do a little bit of twists. You can do a different version of twists if you want to be cross-legged. You can be cross-legged, hero's position, or maybe the legs out straight, or a little bend in the knees. So we're just going to get a little spinal movement here. So taking the arms, give it a good stretch, and then pivot to one side. Drop down the hands and the other. Both hands come to that side. Lift yourself up, deep breath in, and then maybe you find yourself rotating a little bit more. Take a few deep breaths. And then bring it back to center. Give it a big stretch, other direction. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. You find the twist to the amount that you would like it to be. All right, nice job. We can have the hands in front of us on the knees or your legs. Do a little stretch here and bring it up. Go ahead and turn yourself. Well, I'm changing my length in the mat. I'm going to put my hands behind myself. Give myself a big stretch, lengthen up. If you feel like a challenge and you want to go to incline plank up, go ahead and take that as well. It's really depending on how you're feeling today, but always being safe with the neck. We might find just a nice stretch is what I'm up for today. Go ahead and start with the boat seated position. So we'll take the legs out And then put that bend in the knees. Hopefully we're warming up a little bit. And then sit up tall. And before we start moving into things, we take that idea of our corset, the zip of the core, inner thighs, active, and just create movement with the legs. We just want to lift a few times, holding on, keeping length, arms working, just starting to move things a bit. And then bring them back down. Even it out, stretch out, sit up tall, Dandasana, all right? Point the toes towards your face. Give a big stretch along the back side, then we'll stretch up and we'll work towards our forward fold. Lengthen up tall, hinge, and take a moment. Lengthen up, hinge, and then all the way down. Whew. And then find your fold as the toes are pointing to you. Feel the back side stretching, chin to the chest. Feel that complete back side getting a nice long stretch. Breathe into it. And then bring yourself back up. Just a little lean back. We'll do incline plank later, but like a little stretch. Point the toes the other direction. And then release. Go ahead and lay yourself on your back. Down. Let's lift up into bridge pose. Feet are both down, grounded, lift up, and kind of stretch there. Bring the shoulder blades towards each other, lift up a little bit more. Inner thighs are strong. And then from our bridge, we're going to lower and raise. So lower yourself down, and then raise back up. Lower down, and back up. Again. All right, we're halfway there. All right, and then lower all the way down, flat back against the floor, belly button to the spine, pelvis towards our face, pelvic tilts. Then let them go the opposite direction, creating that curve in the lower back. And then back down, flat back. Feel the inner thighs, and then again. So the pelvic floor starts working when we make the inner thighs engage, and then push that belly button to the spine. 4 more. All right. And then let your natural curve come back. Okay, so let's take the knees at that 90-degree angle. Taking either a block, the ball, or something between the thighs just to remind yourself what you need to do. If you don't have anything, that's fine. Just try to think about them doing things. We're going to do our twist to the side. So the arms come out to the side to a T, holding us here. Squeeze the thing between your thighs. Take both knees over to the right. We're totally in control of it. And then stop, and then back to the center, and then to the left. And then back to the center. Now do it with breath. Inhale with the knees up. Exhale to one side. Inhale to the center. And then exhale. And then trying to feel a little bit more in the core as well as you're trying to keep this nice and controlled. Heat should be building up. Good. And one, great, we're almost there. Let's do one more, even it out, both sides. Ooh. And back to the center. Go ahead and remove the thing between your legs. Lift up, stretch it out into a bridge pose. All right, lower back down, knees to chest hug. Either roll back and forth, and come up seated, or roll to the side. And then lift yourself up, and we'll all meet up in a seated position again. Coming back into our boat. Whew. All right, so taking the boat pose, we're going to take something between the thighs again. Find the length, the arms are going to extend. Roll the shoulders back and down, putting them in their shoulder pocket. Good. Keep the legs solid and strong. Lower yourself down, still belly button to the spine. Protect your back, don't go too far. Good, and then bring yourself back up nice and tall. And again, keep your feet connected to the floor as well. Good. And one more. And then back up. So, from here, I want us to work the arms a little bit. You have the option to keep something between your thighs and add something to your arms, or if you only have one option, keep the legs down, grounded, something in the arms. You're going to lower back down. So it could be two things, it can be one. You're going to try to lower down, find that spot, it's a challenge. Take the arms overhead as far as the challenge, and then come back up. Whew. So we might find that we can go a little bit farther. I don't expect us to be going too far, really. Use the arms a little bit more. Oh, good job on the weights as well. Nice job, everyone. Ah, I'm gonna fall over. A couple more. And then back. Okay, so we can use block. We can say, I want to use my cans. I want to use weights. We're going to do the twist. So something in your hands. Remember, we can keep it close to our body. We don't even have to use anything. Sorry, Shannon, you weren't here last week, huh? Okay, so so that it's close to the body. It's going to be a little bit less intense. If you want the arms out, you can do that as well. We're going to twist back to center and then twist to center. So we're working here in the middle of the core, right? So twist one way, protect the back though, and then the other way. If you want to take the arms out, that gives it more lever. It's a little more intense. Don't lose the control of the legs and the feet staying on the ground. No weight and the arms is fine as well. Oh, don't let it hurt the back. Don't lose your long spine. Good smile. I see it, Carol. Good job. All right. Whew. See if we can do a couple more rounds. Whew. All right, and even it out, and then come back down. Put those down. Stretch out the legs. Whew. All right, create some movement with them. I'm feeling it in my hip flexors, so you might feel it too. You can give them a little bit of blood circulation. And then let's find a butterfly stretch, okay? Once you feel like you've gotten the rubbing down on the legs, got those little cranks out, find the feet together, knees out, and maybe we fold or we sit up tall. All right, and then bring yourself back up to seated. If you want a drink of water, please do that anytime you feel like you want to. Okay, so let's do the side opening work here. We'll come back up to our tall seated position, long spine, belly in, one knee up. I've got my left knee up. My right leg is out long. It's going to stay solid. My left arm is going to go out. I'm taking my right arm and I'm going to peel myself back down again and open up a little bit. Don't worry about how far back you go, but create that openness and then come back up. We've been doing a lot of that bending, so we might feel like you need to take it easy on that. But if you're feeling like your core is okay, your back's okay, and you want to lower down more into that canoe shape, that's okay. We just keep integrity. Listen to your body. Breathe. Good. Couple more, and then bring it back up. All right, sit up tall. Switching sides. So the opposite leg is going to go out, and this knee bent, sitting up tall. The arm, right arm on me, left arm, and then lowering down on the opposite side. We did about 8. So fine, if you can do 8 here. Check in. Am I being as careful, cautious? Good. Hi, Danielle. Thank you for joining us. We've warmed up a bit already, so take it at your own pace. And then bring it back. All right, when you got that 8 done, take both legs up. Okay, let's take her back on our back. We're going to lower ourselves back onto the back. Now, as you come back on your back, sometimes that support under the sacrum is good, so place the hands underneath the sacrum. Bring your knees at 90-degree angles. So take a moment here with the knees up. I got to get my hands out there. We need to think of that corset feel, the zip of the pants. So try to work on that even with the legs up. All right, we're going to take both legs up. Okay, point the toes. Keep your left leg up and lower the right leg. And then bring it back up. And again. The magic number is about 8. Doing what you can do. Breathing. Keep the back strong. Don't let anything start to hurt. It should just be that this is a challenge feeling. Good. About 3 more. Two. Good. And then they both go back up. All right. Whew, move the feet around a bit. And then we'll do the other side. So keep the right leg pointed up. The left leg is going to go down. And back up. Good. Oh. 4. We got halfway there. 3. 2. And last one. All right, both legs come back up. They should be getting a little tired. Then we're going to do a little bit more, and then we'll change our workout. Okay, so take the legs down now, just a little bit. And here, reconnect. How's my core? How's my zip? My inner thighs are working. For you, you might say that's where I need to be. You might say, I'm going to take them about halfway and see what happens. All right, so protect yourself. Your back is strong. Core is starting to kick in. You might be shaking. This may be where you stay. You might take it a little bit lower, as low as you can, maybe almost to the floor, but not touching. And then you might even find you look at your feet. All right? And then here we can work on this breath, where we can try to let our yoga Balastic breath, where you so make that belly work as you're holding here. That's an option. You can look up, you can have your head down, and just try to hold and make it be as hard as you can to a point where you're starting to shake and you go, I can't do this anymore, But we can do it one more second. And then back up. Whew, Take a little breather. And we'll just do it one more time. All right, legs back up. Reconnect in the core. Zip, 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 zip. Everything is active and strong. Back is protected. Start taking them down a little bit. Inner thighs squeeze towards each other. Maybe a little farther. Maybe that's where you stay. Maybe you keep going. Maybe you go a little farther than you did last time. But take it to your challenge point. And again, make yourself be there. Couple more breaths. You can do it. Just push yourself, push yourself, push yourself. You can do it, you can do it. And then bring it all the way back up. And the knees into the chest. Whew. Should be feeling a little bit of heat going on. Place the feet back down on the ground. Walk the feet out a little bit apart, like the edge of your mat, so they're wider apart. Feet are wider apart, and then the knees will pop together, okay? So we're gonna make the knees go to one side. Just a little bit of a stretch for us. So both knees are gonna drop over to the right or left, whichever side you go first. And if you're familiar with taking that foot onto the opposite knee, go ahead and get that little stretch. Should feel it in the hips. And then let's go to the other side. Knees are together, feet apart, drop it the opposite direction. All right, and then bring it back up. Good. All right, that was good work. Now we're going to work on some bridge work. We'll change a little bit of the leg work since we did that. Remember, we can use an option to lift and have ourselves rised up. If we don't have anything, you don't need to do anything. You can still use it without the props. So it could be a block, could be the ball that you have. The ball kind of gives you a different feel. It's hard to be stable on this ball. So whatever you're choosing, put it underneath your sacrum. Come back into your bridge pose. Connect the feet to the ground. Inner thighs are active and strong. Adjust the shoulders and watch the head. We tend to let the head go back, so bring the chin to the chest a little bit just to protect the back of the neck. If you need a blanket under your neck, please take care of that as well. Now we've got our feet on the ground. A little harder to find that core sit on the Pilates, but try. And try to get the glutes to be a little bit more active. Bring up your right leg. I'm going to bring it all the way up. We've already done the lower and raising, so we're going to omit that one on this right now. What we're going to do is circles. So take a circle from the hip, make the toe, foot, make the drawing. And we'll do about, let's do 5. I know it's not the normal. Your other leg is nice and solid, keeping you here. You're rotating around from the hip socket, trying to keep the core steady. And when you've got 5 one direction, take it to the other direction. 5, 4, 3. Good. Keep your hips steady on the ball or the block or the floor, and then the feet come back. Still pointing up. Now flex that foot so the toes are coming towards you. Take that leg down to about the other height of the knee. We're going to take the leg out to the side. So I'm going to take my right leg out to the right, keep my left leg strong, and then bring it back in. And again. Four more. And we should be at a point here that we want to do that figure 4. Take the ankle to the knee. Whew, let that leg stretch out a few moments. Or the hip. And then let's change. We'll take that foot down, nice and solid on the ground. Readjust if you need to lift up for a moment, let the blood circulation come into the sacrum. And then when you're ready, the other leg reaches upward. So right leg is solid, grounded. Find a little bit more core work if we can. And point the toe and make a circle one direction from the hip socket around. Looks good. 2 more. And then the other direction. We only did 5. Sorry, our legs are going to be awkward. We were doing 5. So sorry. So do the same amount on this side that you did because this leg is going to need it. Got distracted in my mind. I was counting to 8. All right, and then we'll come back. Point that toe, flex the foot, it comes down to the knee. Take the left leg out to the left, back in, right leg is solid, it's not dropping to the right at all, it's helping keep us stable. Make sure you're breathing as we're doing this. All right, good job. Stretch into the figure 4. And then put that foot down, take the other leg back up. We did 5, so we need 3 each direction. All right, just taking it around for 3. I don't want you walking in left-sided circles because I made you do too many on one side. Can't blame me. All right, other side. 3 the other direction. All right, good. And then that leg will come down. Letting the hip flexor area here get a nice stretch. Take one leg and extend it out. If you're on a block ball, that's fine. It feels safe. Go ahead and do it. You can always do this without the block as well, without the ball. Both legs maybe stretch out. If you're raised on your sacrum, it'll give you a little bit more intensity, but you can still stretch without the block or the ball. Let the legs stretch. If you feel like the arms stretching, reach them up as well or keep them to the side. Couple breaths. All right, and then we're going to come back. Lift up to your toes, lift up on off the ball or block if you're using anything. And even if you're not, then lift up onto your toes, lift up into a bridge pose. Hold it there with the toes. Good, and then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, bring yourself back down. All right. From here, let's go ahead and roll over to our side. We're going to go ahead and do our plank work. We do a minute of plank. So go ahead and move things out of your way. I'm going to grab my timer, have that ready for you. So we do plank hold for a minute, and then we'll do it another time for another minute. You can do any version of plank that works for you today. Maybe forearm plank. Go ahead and lay on your belly, kind of stretch a little bit. We can do forearm plank, we can do a high plank. Any version, you can be on the knees, forearm plank on the knees, high plank on the knees, or full, any version. We try for a minute. I'm just gonna get our timer set up. We'll try for a minute and then we'll take a little breather and then we'll do it again. So go ahead and set yourself up and find the plank version for yourself. So go ahead and if you're taking the more forearm plank, push through the forearms. Feeling the strength, we should feel back side of the back that we're working really hard. The whole core should be helping you hold here. Push your heels towards the back of the mat. Even if you're on your knees, push the heels to the back of the mat where you want to feel like you're strong, holding yourself here the whole time. And we almost got this. You can do this. We got it. You're almost there. Excellent. Nice job. All right. Okay. Take a little breather. Sip of water if you need it, and we have one more to go. So get yourself set up and choosing how you want to do the next one. It might be a high plank, be meet low. Choose again, and here we go. Everybody get set up. Get ready. Here, timer's going. I'm going to go ahead and take myself into a high plank today. So just like we did before, set it up, be there, and breathe yourself through this. All right, we got this. All right, nice and strong. Again, walk through the body. Am I making every muscle I can help support me? And that actually will make it not as hard. If you can get your whole body to kick in. Remember last week we talked about in yoga, right here underneath the armpit. Can you get that to squeeze a little bit more as you push through the forearms or through the hands? See if that can be a little bit more active. That's our lazy area, right? It kind of gets to be just there. So if we can squeeze a little bit more, that helps. And that helps with any chaturangas, any forearms, any kind of workouts like that. You feel like it more. Whew. All right, we only got 15 more seconds. I know you guys got this. You can do it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. I don't have any good stories. I'm so sorry. It's kind of what's happening, not much. We got 2 seconds, and you did it. Yes, nice job. Stretch it out a bit. Bring yourself to a seated position. Good job. So I'm challenging you to take this 30-day plank challenge starting today. This is one, so we're already one down. Easy way to do it is get an app and put it in and follow it each day. Do an app. Start with beginners. You can always jump up or increase the length of time, but nice challenge for 30 days. Body workout for the whole days in case you don't get a workout done or you don't get out on your walk, something you can do. All right, so let's go ahead and do a little bit more stretching here to end up our class. The knees are kind of pointed towards, mine are to the left, so you can put yours towards the left. Sit your body up, try to feel inner thighs and core active, and then bring the arms up. We're just stretch the fingers a little bit, give the fingers, the wrists a little bit of movement, and create these, we call them cupcake hands, where you could put a cupcake underneath your fingers, so nice and strong, sitting up tall. See if we can feel the work here in the side muscles, and then we twist, and then we're coming down and we're trying to do like a push-up. So try to make it a little bit of a work push-up and back. And let's do 4 of these. Nice job. All right, from here, take that left arm with the left knees pointing to the left, just stretching out. We're going to do a thread the needle. Bring the other arm up and give yourself a little stretch, reaching back as much as it's comfortable. And then thread between your arm and your body. Continue on with that, or take the challenge of the side plank, bringing yourself up to your side plank, any version of side plank. Maybe we stay, or maybe we rotate. Stacking your shoulder and arm in line, rotating the body if we're rotating, otherwise continue to stay up. Good, a couple more. All right, nice job. Great, and then bring yourself back down. Flipping to the other side, let the knees go the opposite direction you did. Take a moment, find length. Get your hips straightened out as best you can. Get those fingers stretched, working. Get them into that claw-like feel and come down. Hollow the belly in when we fold forward and try to push up with the arms, giving them a little bit more work, okay? You got it. Couple more. All right, nice job. Threading the needle, the arm comes up, reach and stretch back, thread through, and continue on if that's what you did on the other side. If not, bringing yourself up, and maybe we're finding our side plank, holding, finding that side plank, lifting up, or we might rotate the body a bit. You got this. We're almost there. Couple more. Excellent. And then bringing yourself back down. All right, nice job, everyone. Whew. Find yourself any seated place. Maybe the legs are out, legs are crossed. Take a few breaths. And so next week, if you join us, if you have any weights, please bring the weights along. If you don't have weights, you can bring canned goods. Just make sure that they're the same ounce size. So we'll do a little bit of arm work in class. We will do this class on Fridays, 9 a.m. and I do start the Zoom before 9, so you're welcome to join a little bit, get yourself situated and feel like you're in the screen and ready, and then get your drink of water or do what you need to do at that point. And so we'd love to have you join us. 9 a.m. Friday mornings, and it's about an hour. I do go maybe a little bit after, just depending on what we're working on. And just trying to get that core strong, keeping the muscles to the core strong, and just a little time to get together. It's kind of fun to join each other. Thank you for joining us. It's been an honor and privilege, and I wish you the best. Have a safe weekend. My name is Davida, and I appreciate it that you joined me today. Namaste.